What is going on, people? This is my fantastic art book collection of books that I actually own. I don't know what I'm going to call this video, but a lot of times most of us have a big shelf full of books that have not served us at all. I mean, there's you when you're trying to learn how to draw, no matter what it is, if you're trying to draw comics or whatever, then you look to your favorite artists and you see what their inspirations are. And sometimes you'll see. I know since I'm a little older, back in the '90s. Oh, excuse me. Back in the '90s, I got you heard about Bern Hogarth, and then you get the book, and Bern Hogarth is a really amazing artist, and from what I see, there's a video of him teaching on YouTube, and you will learn, but his textbooks can be a little cryptic. I don't think they're really for beginners. The text is really dense and it just gets kind of confusing. So not everybody gets Bern Hogarth. If you get Bern Hogarth right off the bat, then you are a bad motor scooter for real. And then a lot of us go through like the Christopher Hart books, or because Christopher Hart started making books, I don't know, maybe like the mid to late '90s or something like that. And I got a lot of his books. They were okay. Some of them were good. Some of them were okay. And all the little $19 books that were all in Barnes and Nobles. But I would say that there are certain books that just stand out where if you actually read them and you follow along with them, then you will learn and increase your drawing skills. So I'm going to go over some of these ones that I physically actually own the physical copies of. I didn't download the torrent. I actually own these books, and you should own them too. You should have them on your bookshelf. This is the stuff that you need on your bookshelf. First up is obviously, you've been looking at it, How to Draw by the great Scott Robertson. For those of you that don't know, Scott Robertson has a channel where he does some free tutorials that probably should not be for free because they're so good. Back in the day, into this day, his Nomon DVDs are some of the best DVDs on perspective and vehicle drawing and just drawing in general. If you do not have this book, then I don't know I don't know what to tell you. You need this book in your life. It's sitting there. It's waiting for you right now. And you guys know that I have an anatomy course that I teach, and because I like to teach people about figure drawing and anatomy. Of course, I'm going to provide the link. But if you want a really excellent figure drawing book, this is a Figure Drawing Design and Invention by Michael Hampton. Read this book. This is an excellent book that will actually teach you how to draw the human form, and you should add it to your collection. I have a collection of anatomy books, by the way. We all do as artists. And you always buy books as artists. You're always buying books, and you should always be taking classes, especially online classes. You should always be improving. That's just my personal opinion. Now, this next book is controversial slightly because I don't own it. I haven't bought it yet. I'm sorry, but it's another Scott Robertson book, so you can't go wrong with you can't go wrong with it. So I'm going to recommend this anyway. And the reason why, the reason why I have not bought it yet is because I'm not quite done with How to Draw yet. Because in this book there are a lot of exercises and videos and all kinds of good stuff up in here, and I want to get to a certain comfort level before I jump on to how to render. And his books are of a really high quality, a lot of text, a lot of instructions. It's just overall an incredible book. And if you guys go to Nomon, you can get all of his DVDs or you can get the digital download. They're like $40, worth way more than that in my opinion. Framed Ink, Drawing and Composition for Visual Storytellers. This is a really fantastic book that talks about, it deals with light and shadow and composition, and it's a book that's, I would say that if you're trying to do comics or if you're trying to do storyboarding or trying to get into film or something, this book is definitely a must-have. Um, this little magical book right here that apparently you can get for $4 now, called Rapid Viz. This is a amazing book, and if you're trying to get into any kind of concept art, or you're trying to draw things without having to so much rely on somebody else's reference or somebody else's artwork, you will be a much better artist for this book. This is a non, all these books are, in my opinion, non-negotiable. You need to have them instead of some of the other bullshit books you may have. Rapid Viz, excellent, and it's a steal at $4. Insane. Color and Light by James Gurney. This is for all my painter peeps out there. It's James Gurney. Need I say more? Dinotopia. And an incredible, not only an incredible artist, but a really talented teacher. And it's one of those books that's a really nice read. And there's a lot of really great information about color and lighting, and it helped me out a great deal when it came to painting. Even if you're digital painting, especially if you're digital painting, it helps out a lot. And this last one may surprise some people. I know some of you have seen this, and some of you probably even seen it in Barnes and Nobles or something, back when they used to have bookstores. Drawing Scenery, Landscapes and Seascapes by Jack Ham. This is a deceptively simple but extremely informative book. There is so much information, and I actually would recommend all of Jack Ham's stuff. A lot of people don't recommend his stuff because some of his drawing books are a little dated. So let's take Drawing the Head or Drawing the Head and Figure. If you look inside of these books, it's it was made back in the day. And it looks like, it was made in 1963, and it looks like it was made in 1963. But I should say, don't let that stop you, because the instruction that he offers is absolutely solid. It's solid, without a doubt. And he talks about things like variety, and Jack Ham is, in my opinion, is extremely underrated when it comes to drawing books. People just tend to look this guy over, but if you read these books and you look at them, yes, his style is from 1963, but that's when he wrote the book. But the fundamentals that he teaches in these books stand up. I would say get all of them, because guess what? They're all like on sale. Like they're all like, none of his books are above like $3. Like you can get this for like $1.93. So yeah, just so those are some books that if you're trying to become a better artist and you're trying to draw better, if you're trying to increase your skills at drawing, that's what you should take a look at. I know that it's a lot sexier to get like a really slick looking book that has really cool artwork in it. But ask yourself, out of all those books that had the cool artwork in it that you thought you were going to learn a lot of stuff from, how much have you actually learned from it? I'm a big fan of Feng-Zhu, and I love his videos. And the one thing that he stresses is fundamentals, and so do I. Learn those fundamentals. It is so important. Everybody out there that's like that asks me questions about, I need to work on my rendering. No, you need to work on drawing. You don't need to work on rendering until you can draw. Don't work on rendering and shading. Oh, I need to learn how to shade a lot better. No, because all you're doing is polishing a turd, as they say. You need to work on your fundamentals and your underlying structure. That is what you need to do. Those are the kind of things that I teach when I'm doing my other videos. Right now, I'm in the middle of doing my Happy Little Tree workshop, where I'm showing people how to draw trees and how to think about how to draw a tree on their own, etc. It's about drawing, and it's about the structure, and it's about a lot of things. But the one thing that is not about is adding pretty rendering onto it. We can talk about that, but rendering is the last thing you should be worried about when you're trying to draw a lot better. So go get those books. Get all of them. It is tax season, so I would say let's put something into perspective here. It's tax season, so all these books. So let me see. We got like $20 there. It's about 20. So that's 25. let's say another 25. That's 50. Let's go with the lowest price here is 30, so that's 80. Um, let's just 80, and that's 105. Add 15, and we're gonna add four more. What is that? 100 and I don't know, 110, and add 12 more, so like 120 something, and let's add a buck here or $2 here. So let's just say if you did this and you bought the rest of Jack Ham's books for $150, you can get a really good art education, and it won't suck. But some of you will probably not spend $150 on drawing books that can actually help you. Instead, you'll go out and spend $200 on a pair of Jordans, or you'll spend $150 on a pair of jeans, or a jacket or a hoodie or some other shit that's not going to help you out. So I would say that if you're serious about improving, check out what your priorities are. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Peace.